Hi guys, welcome back to leiloandoideias. Today I have another Empties video, this time for the month of May 2020. And it took me a little while to film this video because with everything that's going on, it just didn't feel right to just come here and talk about empty products. So let's just go ahead and jump right into the video. One of the first things that I finished, and I'm surprised I actually finished since I've been working from home for so long. I'm not really like wearing a lot of makeup, but it was one of these Neutrogena makeup removers that I use a lot. So not even gonna talk about it because you guys already know. One product that I loved this year that I bought from the World Market was this Addison and Gates Sandalwood Jasmine Hand Cream. I bought this one in Ohio when I was there over Christmas, New Year's, and because it was so cold, it was winter, and my hands just dry up so fast. We went to the World Market one day and I saw this and I was like, I'll give it a try. Sandalwood is definitely one scent that I like a lot, and this is MVP. Oh my god, it leaves your hands so soft, so I don't know, just moisturized, and even my husband loved this one. And once this one was over, he was like, okay, we need to go get another one, but we're in quarantine, so we're kind of just going to the market that we have close to our house. We're not gonna go out of our way to buy more hand cream, but once things go back to normal, we're probably gonna look into this because it's not that expensive. It says here that it's like $4.99, and it's a great hand cream, so I definitely recommend this one. I have a second hand cream here because like I said, my hands get pretty dry. This one is from Sephora. It is the Almond hand balm. This one retails in between $5 and $3 at Sephora website. It depends if it's on sale or not. I bought this one because the foot mask for this scent was amazing, and I thought that the scent of this was gonna be the same, and somehow it's not. Even though it's the same line, it's the Sephora brand and it's from the Almond line, the smell is completely different, but it's still a good product. I liked it a lot. I think it ended in about like a month or a month and a half. It wasn't that long ago that I bought this, and it's tiny, but at the same time, it's not that expensive. If you compare to this one, that's $4.99. This one has 2.02 fluid ounces, while this one only has 1 fluid ounce. So ends up that this one is a little bit more expensive, but it's also a good product. I have here a sample that I received in my Sephora Play box like a long time ago. It's the Sugar Rosé from Fresh. It's the whatever was written here is kind of fading. It's something lip treatment. I can't really read it. But what I love about this one is that it has sunscreen SPF 15. And the thing is that throughout the years, I got so many of these from Sephora. I think I have like 2 or 3. But the problem with this one is that it melted and kind of like, just there's no way for me to use it. But I have another one in rotation right now because I already had another one at home. And this one is probably 3 years old anyway, so it was time for it. The thing is that it's a sample size. The regular size, if you go buy at Sephora, is a little bigger, but it just left me for so long. And during summer, this is great because it really does not let your lips burn, even though it's just SPF 15. It's a great thing for you to use, especially here in California that is sunny all the time. This one, lifesaver. And since we're talking about lips, I have here the Laneige Sleeping Care Lip Sleeping Mask. And I have a very tiny sample that I also received from probably a Sephora Play. And I finished this one finally, but this one also, I had it for the longest time. I love using this at night because even if my lips are super burned, super cracked, there's like, I don't know, there was like World War II on my lips. If I put this next day, my lips are completely brand new. It's amazing. I don't know what it does. I don't know how, like what kind of magic it has inside this little container, but the next day you wake up like you have brand new lips. And more than once, my lips were super burned, no idea why. And just using this overnight, it was a lifesaver. So I really recommend this one. I do have another sample that I'm currently using, so I don't really have to buy another one, but if it does end, I will probably end up buying. So let's talk skincare. I think I mentioned before that I really like cleansers. So I have two cleansers here to talk about. The first one, I believe it came on either my BoxyCharm or an Ipsy Glam Bag Plus. It is the Glamglow Gentlebubble. And I really like this one. It was really gentle. It reminded me a lot of the First Aid Beauty cleanser. And I don't remember if this one has a scent or not. It did last me a long time, most because I have like 3 cleansers in rotation on my sink, and then on my shower I use a different one. So I was mainly just using this at night. But this one, it does a really good job, and I really liked it. And in the end of the day, it lasts me a long time. So it came on one of my subscription boxes, so it was amazing. I have another cleanser here. This is from, I'm gonna butcher the name of this company, Henriksen. It is the Clean Truth Foaming Cleanser. And this one I ended up buying at TJ Maxx because I stopped by TJ Maxx when I was still working in Glendale, and I found this for like $4, or maybe it was $7, or maybe it used to be $7 and then it was $4. It was cheap. This has 1.7 fluid ounces, and as it says, it comes out as foam, which is one of my husband's favorite thing apparently, because the other day he was using my Elemis foam and he's like, I love foaming cleansers. But I really like this one. I really like this brand. I don't think this one has any vitamin C extract like some of the products from the same line, but it's just very good. It's also a little gentle. It's nothing like it's gonna strip out all the oils from your face and you're gonna be like, ugh. So I really like this one as well. And then I have here possibly one of my favorite products of all times, and it's a very teeny tiny sample, and it's the Lancome Advanced Genifique Youth Activating Concentrate. And look at the size of this. But even though it's this size, because I basically only have to wear like 2 drops for my entire face, this lasts me a long time. And now I have another one of these tiny samples that one of my friends didn't want and she gave it to me, and I'm super excited. So I don't know exactly what's in this. I did read the other day the ingredients and I already forgot. But this product is like magic in a little container. You apply this serum. I normally use it at night, but my skin was the best I've ever been, like the best I've ever seen. It was so radiant and smooth, and it's just looked so healthy. It's like magic, but also at the same time, the full size is like $100. So, yes, well, yeah, but spoiler alert, I actually bought a full size. Amazing. And then I have here from Purity Made Simple, I have an essence, because a while ago I decided that I really wanted to incorporate an essence in my skincare routine. And at the time, I really wanted to buy the SK2 essence and I didn't have money. So this one was like $29 on the Sephora website. And this one is the Hydra essence with coconut water. As you guys can see, the cap broke, but it was towards the end. I probably used this because I wasn't applying on a cotton pad, I was applying on my hand. So a few drops on my hand and then dabbing on my face. And this has 6.7 fluid ounces, which is a lot. This lasts me for like, I don't know, 6 months. And I thought it was never gonna end at some point. I was like, okay, because my mother-in-law actually gave me the SK2 for Christmas, and I will still have this, and I was like here, I was like, I really want to use the SK2, but I started using the SK2 in like May. So even though it was like still here, it lasts me for another 5 months. So I possibly had this for a whole year. It's really good. So If you guys don't know what's the purpose of essence, I went to a masterclass with Vicky Sai from Tatcha, and she was explaining that different from a toner, because the toner kind of like brings the pH level to your face after you cleanse and you kind of strip some of those things. The essence helps absorb the product, so it's kind of like something in between a toner and another product that is gonna start your skincare routine, where you apply the essence to kind of like make way for whatever you're applying next to be absorbed even more and deeper. That was the explanation that she gave to us. And at that time, I was already using this essence, but at that time I was like, okay, I need to buy everything from Tatcha. I still didn't, because it's a lot of money. But since last year, I've been using toners and essences, and I don't know if it's because, you know, wishful thinking, but I do think it works. So before I go into the contents of this little pack here, I have to talk about this sample that I received at Sephora last year, and I just decided to take it last week. It's from Hum Beauty, and it's the Glow Sweet Glow Gummies with Benefits, Hyaluronic Acid, Vitamin C, and E. And this one had 14 gummies, and you take 2 each day, so it had like 7-day treatment. So and I've said this here before, I personally don't necessarily believe in beauty supplements, but I was like, okay, it's here, and what am I gonna do? Throw it in the trash? No, I'm gonna try. This made me thirsty like I've never been in my entire life. Every time I took this, I was parched. I needed like 5 gallons of water every day. So I don't know, because I understand that hyaluronic acid actually pulls the moisture from somewhere in order to lock it. So I don't know if it just like pulled all the moisture I had in my body and I had to keep drinking water. And at the same time, it says here that it's gonna give you like skin hydration for the ultimate glow. I probably got the skin hydration from all the water that I drank. So I don't know what's the point of having this, but I didn't see much of a difference. What I did see is that I was always thirsty, by like, seriously. I drink water throughout the day, but while I was on this, it was like, give me an entire pool and I will drink it. It was crazy. So I decided to set aside some of the sheet masks that I used last month so I could talk about them as well. First off, we have one here that if you've been on my channel for the 2 years that I've been on this journey, you already heard of this. It's the charcoal from Lapcos, and I normally buy this from Costco variety pack that normally has this. There was one time that I found one that was just this, and I was going crazy. This is possibly one of the best sheet masks I've ever used, and I always see results when I use the sheet mask. So whenever I see a lot of breakouts or that my skin is kind of acting up, put this on, life is beautiful. Okay, from the same brand, I have the Honey Nourishing mask. And I took some notes because I used this one actually on June 1st. And so it does have a lot of product on this mask. So even after you take the mask off, there's a lot of product that is still left on your skin. So you just pat it or whatever. There's no need for you to apply anything else in your beauty routine after you do this mask, because it's just like a lot of product left. And it's very like gooey as well. The one good thing about this mask is that it doesn't move around. It doesn't go anywhere once you apply it, because sometimes when you apply some of the sheet masks, they start like slitting and they go places. Or sometimes even like the charcoal mask drips a lot of product, like a lot. So sometimes when I'm using the charcoal mask, I put like a paper because I just don't want like product to go everywhere. And this mask comes in a very thin sheet, very, very thin. So it kind of just like stays there with you. It does have a really like strong honey smell once you open it, but then it fades away and you don't really like keep smelling that, so that's good. I really like this brand, and I do think that they make like really good sheet masks, so that one is also a good one. So my next one here, it's from Dermal, and it's the Rose Collagen Essence Mask. And after I used this one, I did something very, very bad, you guys. Okay, so let's talk about the mask. So this one has a very strong rose smell in the beginning, but then it also fades away, so it doesn't really like overpowers or gives you a headache. It has a really good space for your mouth and eyes, because sometimes some of these Asian masks, they are not for all types of faces. So sometimes the holes are a little too small or something like that. This one is perfect, and at least for my type of face, and it gave me like enough space for everything. So it's not a struggle, it's not something that annoys me, and this mask is really good. I did get as a present for Christmas a bag of like 25 of these masks, so I have a lot. It does leave some product left over, and then you can even like bring it down to your neck, but it absorbs really, really fast. It's very different from the Lapcos one. So you don't have lots of excess of product that are gonna take like an hour to dry. Within like 10 minutes, it's done. So that was when I made my mistake, because it absorbed so fast. And I didn't really like read what the ingredients really were on this mask. I went ahead and applied a vitamin C moisturizer on top of it. And I think that this mask had some type of ingredient that does not mix well with vitamin C. And I started getting the worst breakouts that I haven't had in forever. And the thing is that like normally when I do use a sheet mask, I don't apply anything afterwards. And I felt like my skin really needed more after this mask, and I did that, and I regret it, because now I'm trying, like I'm paying for it, and I'm still trying to make my skin great again. Okay, so from Sephora, I have the Watermelon After Sun mask. I used this one right after I went on a hike, because I wasn't sure if I was so red because I burned myself, even though I do wear sunscreen all the time, or if it was just like so tired that so much exercise. This one is extremely thin. It's so hard to put in place because it comes with a cover in the back, a cover in the front, and then you place it, and then you're trying like not to rip it off because it's so thin, and you try to put, but once it's in place, it's perfect. And this one also comes with kind of like it's not a neck like it's for here, for your décolleté or whatever it says here. I don't know how to say that, but it comes for like for this part as well. So you put your mask here and you put the mask here, and it has a great watermelon smell. Once again, it's not overpowering or anything. It stays in place. It's incredibly refreshing. There was one time that I did wear this one in Brazil because I did get a sunburn, and it did an amazing job at like just bringing my skin back to life. That's why I always like having one of these. Right now I know it's on sale on Sephora, but at the same time it's out of stock. So once it does show up, I'll probably just get another one. The skin absorbs the product really fast as well, and it's just a really good product. I really like that one too. Okay, this one I had product on top of it, so my post-it kind of like changed the color of the package, but it is It's Skin Aloe Moisture and Calming Mask Sheet. So it has a great smell, and it feels so good on your skin. It's like you're in a spa. That one has like a great, that aloe feel is just amazing. That's just one product I just want to like drench my body with. Very little product left after you apply this mask, so it dries off like almost immediately. Has a great absorption. No mask dries super fast. It's a really good one. Also like that one very much. And finally, I have here two little samples because I decided that I have too many samples at home and I have to use them. So from Verb, I have the clarifying shampoo and the repairing mask. Recently, I realized that my hair was sad, very, very sad. So I started discussing with my cousins. They're obsessed with hair, so they know a lot about masks and shampoos and stuff like that. I bought before I even started that conversation with them, I bought different shampoo and conditioner from Sephora, from Kerastase, and I started using it. And I realized that I didn't really have a clarifying shampoo, and I was thinking about buying one when I realized I had the sample at home. What I did not know is that a clarifying shampoo needs to be applied very little and just on your scalp, because most of your hair doesn't really need to, you know, get like strip off everything. So I applied a lot, and I applied all over my hair, and it dried my life. So I understand that that was user error. I would probably try this again and see if I can make it better for myself. The repairing mask was really good, and it also came with another pouch for like essence or whatever they call that, was for before you blow dry your hair. That was also pretty good. But yeah, my hair ended up being pretty dry, but that's completely on me. I have to research better when I'm using new things. The smell was pretty good, but yeah, that's basically a PSA to let you know that if you're using a clarifying shampoo, you shouldn't apply all over your hair, and you're just trying to really get that stuff out of your scalp. So just apply a little bit, and yeah, you should be fine. Alright guys, so this was the video. I hope you guys liked it. Please let me know if you like this kind of videos. Leave a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys next time.